Welcome to the Big Three at Fantasy Alarm TV. I'm your host, Ray Flowers. Let's get right to it. The first number of the day is 209, as in the batting average this season of Ryan Zimmerman. Not good news for the third baseman, outfielder, first base, whatever position he's playing for the Nationals. Not getting it done in 2015. He's always produced when healthy. He's not producing at all right now, which makes me question whether he's healthy, but also makes me very concerned about him moving forward. We've got a guy with a 16% line drive rate. It's 19% for his career. He's got a batting average balls in play in the 220s. It's over 310 for his career. He's got 4 hits his last 12 games. He's not putting the ball in play effectively. When he is hitting the ball, he's got a 53% ground ball rate, which is way above the 45% rate we're used to seeing with him. Ryan Zimmerman is totally lost right now. About the only thing you can say for him is 2 things. Qualifies at multiple positions, and he's a veteran that usually produces. But right now, having him in your fantasy line, it's death. He's not getting it done. Second number of the day is 892, as in the OPS of a guy who is getting it done, Mitch Moreland of the Rangers. Now, how good is that 892 OPS? It's about 5 points better than Freddie Freeman, about 10 points better than Brandon Belt, just to give it some perspective there. Moreland's having a great start there, hitting over 300 with a 525 slugging percentage. Now, he did hit 23 home runs back in 2013. Last year was ruined with some injuries, but he's back on that home run pace again this year. A 500 at-bat pace to hit 25 home runs for Mitch Moreland. A very good hitter, hits the ball very hard. You do have to be concerned about a 340-plus batting average of balls in play. That number probably does come down. He's more of a 270, 280 hitter than a 300 guy, but a very cheap option on draft day, a guy that might be available on the waiver wire, and one that is producing mightily for the Rangers. And now the final number of the day is 637, as in the OPS the last 2 weeks of Yasmani Tomas. And we're getting into the danger zone, folks. Not only has Jake Lamb returned and caused possible issues with playing time for Tomas, but Tomas has really stopped hitting the last couple of weeks. As I mentioned, 637 OPS. But there are bigger concerns with Tomas in the last 2 weeks. 4.2 home run to fly ball ratio. That's less than half the big league average. He's simply not driving the baseball when he hits it in the air. Speaking of that, he's got a 2.8 ground ball to fly ball ratio, which is, something you want if you're Billy Hamilton. It's not something you want if you're supposed to be a power hitter like Yasmani Tomas. He's got a 417 batting average of balls in play, which we know is an impossible rate to keep up. So we've got a guy who, when he hits the ball in the air, he's not driving it. We've got a guy who's hitting everything he does hit into the ground. We have a player who has an unsustainable batting average on balls in play, not to mention the fact he's only walked 8 times in 43 games of action. I'm going to suggest you sell now on Tomas before people realize there's problems here. I think this thing could totally flip. We could end up seeing more power, but way less batting average. Bottom line, though, Tomas, starting the downturn, you might want to get out before it gets down to that ground floor. You've been listening to the Big Three, Fantasy Alarm TV. Don't forget to visit us at fantasyalarm.com. We've got videos. We've got the DFS Playbook Pro for Major League Baseball. And we're also getting ready to get going on the fantasy football. Yep, we've got the draft guide coming along. So don't forget to visit us at fantasyalarm.com.